Gilmore, and today I want to share with you a couple things that I've been learning and relearning on my journey to seven figures myself. And for you guys that don't know me, my name is Jesse P. Gilmore. I'm a founder of Niche in Control. We help transform agency owners from being kind of like hustlers into business owners. And I stumbled upon a book that I read at the way beginning of my journey, and it's all based around money mindset, kind of understanding exactly what the foundations of business ownership are all about, and understanding how we kind of go through a journey in entrepreneurship where we're either coming from being an employee or being self-employed, and there's a desire for either financial freedom or freedom in the work that we do, and really making a business that lasts. So what I'm going to do today is actually share with you some of the trainings that we go through with our clients based around an understanding of cash flow, and how cash flow and how you relate to cash flow really kind of impacts your whole world. And there's a book that here, let me bring it back up. This is a book that I've been reading and rereading. It's called Cash Flow Quadrants by Rich Dad Poor Dad's author, Robert Kiyosaki. And it's this understanding that on the journey of entrepreneurship, a lot of times you start off as an employee. So employees, what they do is they have a job. They're exchanging their time for money. The only way to make more money is actually just to work more hours or get promoted. And the employee mindset is really based around and driven by this idea of the need for job security. So that's why they talk about benefits, and where they want certainty in having a job. Now, a lot of employees kind of move into a role of being self-employed, and this is really where those professional services, they get really specialized, and you basically, as a self-employed, person, is really focused around owning a job. So a lot of times it's kind of like consultants that are trading hours for money, and they're exchanging time and skill for money. So they become more specialized, and a lot of times they'll be using the words like, my hourly rate is this. And a lot of times they have a hard time being able to duplicate themselves because they don't really like systems. They don't like having to follow a proven process. A lot of times what they're doing is they're figuring out based around their skill whether or not they're going to follow it, or and they like doing it their own way. So their main motivation as a self-employed person is really based around independence and the ability to have the control. That's kind of one of their biggest things. And their only way to make more money is through increasing their rates or working longer hours. So the left side of cash flow quadrants are really where a lot of people either get stuck or they stay. And the left side is really based around money coming in, based around either increasing their hours, working longer hours. And on the right side, it's really having either a business or someone else's business work for you in order for you to make more money. So the transition that a lot of our clients are on is this transition between going from the S, which is really based around being self-employed, kind of like the specialty is all based around you, to really being a business owner. So this transition, being a business owner, is really where the business can sustain and grow without your direct involvement. Now, this is a lot of times really scary for people, this transition, because every time that you're moving from an E to an S, or an S to a B, or a B to an I, there are certain core beliefs, core mindsets that you literally have to let go of, and kind of parts of you have to die in order for the other part to be reborn. And the B, the business owner, is really focused around owning a business, and you don't exchange time for money. Instead, you rely on others to run the business for you. So the biggest kind of differentiator between the S and the B is the embracing of systems and people. And bees, successful bees, are really focused around surrounding themselves by the most, knowledgeable, skilled, employees, people that really specialize in the things that you need. And they're really good at team development and having people within the system, and those people working the system the best that they can. And then the B to an I. Now, I is where the investor is more focused around somebody else's business, and a lot of times the transition from E or S to B and then to I, that's actually more of a successful money mindset kind of path. Because a lot of times, if you jump to investing but you haven't run your own business, you won't really know what you're actually looking for to be a successful investor. And so Robert Kiyosaki in the Cash Flow Quadrants book that I'm reading right now reminds us that there is a path in order for you to really focus around increasing your cash flow. And so the transition for a lot of agency owners is that from that S to a B, which is really based around understanding and developing systems. Now, that's really the kind of foundation part one of what I'm going to talk about this really transition, because everything that we build when it comes to the transition for people to go from S to B is really what Leverage for Growth is all about. And so this is what we do.
A business, especially a business that is doubling, is the best feeling in the world.
The portal that you have is super rich.
At about the 8 months mark, we are on track to just about double our business this year.
If you're a person like me who is like a more of a creative, just idea-driven, creative, right-brained, because I feel like having that balance in Jesse's background and what Jesse has to offer will really complement your strengths and enhance them and help you bring more structure to your business.
It's a bigger package than just what it appears to be.
And I've gotten more time, more clarity, and more money.
You probably don't even know how much you need this.
There's just so many steps in there. It's not, there's no skimping on content or particular topics.
I also know that when I invest in myself, the returns are always greater.
My revenue has increased. I just had my best month.
The best result was I started to realize what really made me happy.
I'm seeing tangible results of it in terms of increased revenue, new staff, new types of projects that we're taking on. Just really seeing that. And had I not done this middle of last year, I definitely would not be in the spot where I am right now.
We've seen the results ourselves, and we couldn't be happier.
I love that. For you guys that have joined, check out nicheandcontrol.com, how we transition agency owners from being self-employed to business owners. And this is part one of Money Mindset. I'll see you tomorrow.